to Seditious Sirens. It is Sunday, February 22nd, because I'm an asshole. As you know, we usually record Saturdays, but fuck me, I can't be anywhere on time.
We're 2 days late. We've been drunk since we left ISFLC.
We have been drunk the majority of the time we've been in New Hampshire. So here we are in the Rebel Love Studios.
Super late and still hungover.
Yep.
Rock on.
Yep. Round of applause for our
drunkenness.
Oh, we have an audience. We have an audience of 3 right now.
It's our first official audience.
And they're boys.
Ooh,
boys.
That's hot. Do I have to pay Paris Hilton for saying that's hot on
Fuck
radio?
Paris Hilton.
Well, I mean, IP, man.
No.
She patented that shit.
No.
I don't think you introduced yourself.
Anyways, I am Renee K. Freelove.
And I am your rebel mistress.
So, like we said, we just got back from ISFLC, which is, for those of you who don't know, International Students for Liberty Conference, which was held in Washington, D.C., a.k.a. Mordor, a.k.a. District of Criminals. We had...
Hashtag District of Criminals.
We had ridiculous and probably illegal amounts of fun there. I know I did.
Well, you acquired a fake ID.
Or did I? I don't know. Allegedly.
Of course.
It's awesome.
And they gave away booze there, which was nice.
It was awesome.
And we committed some violence against the other people in the top hotel that were having the same conference as us. We went and stole coffee.
Oh, my God. That's because your boyfriend's a dumbass.
My boyfriend's a douche, man. He's just going up to people's conferences and stealing their coffee. I try not to condone this behavior. But anyway, so this year actually set the mark for the International Students for Liberty Conference.
I'm sure it did.
It did. So the previous years, it has only been in the hundreds, and this year it was over 1,000 students there.
And
that's
sure
the biggest. Oh my God, it was a really big event.
They had, oh my God, they had so many awesome speakers there. And oh my God, there were so many reasons to be there. Like, I hate leaving New Hampshire unless I'm going to Massachusetts. Anywhere else?
You hate leaving New Hampshire unless you're going to Masshole?
I love Massachusetts. I am a native Masshole. I was born in Leominster, Mass.
Oh, Jesus.
It's my
Doesn't
home.
that accent just make you want to vomit?
On my stomping grounds, and we happen to
that
talk
why
like
you're
this,
a terrible...
and we pack a cot and have a yachts, and I don't want to hear the rest of your bullshit.
Is that why you're a terrible, terrible driver?
That is in my fucking blood. Sorry. That's what happens. And it's so funny because I live in Keene, New Hampshire, which is such a small little town. Yet I drive like I'm in fucking Boston all the time. And it's not just because I'm a horrible driver. It's because I literally just drive like that because it's in my blood.
It's in the mass holes in her blood.
It's in my blood.
So, anyway, who was your best, what was your favorite moment during the international? It was Valentine's Day weekend. I'm sure, Renee and myself roomed together. And I'm a great, person to room with. Right, Renee?
Yeah. Because, it's great to walk out of the shower and catch you.
Wait, not on air, man. You can't be telling people. It was Valentine's Day weekend.
Oh, so now she doesn't want to talk about how great of a roommate she is.
We were in a room with a lot of people. Things happen. Okay, so anyway.
Or was it just the two of you? What? Yeah.
Well.
Anyway.
Besides, walking in on me.
Boo,
at times,
you
whore. What other moments were your favorite moments? Because I know it's always a treat to see me naked.
If I had a nickel.
For every time I showed you my boobs.
Anyways. My favorite moment. It was one of the most awesome moments of my entire fucking life. I got to meet Yeonmi Park.
Yes, you did.
Which is, for those of you who don't know, a North Korean defector who I won't bother to share her whole like mini biography, but basically
give
she
us a
escaped
little
from
mini biography.
Well, no, I mean like I won't go into like super detail because I could go on all fucking day. But she escaped from North Korea with the help of an organization called Liberty in North Korea, which you can find at linkglobal.org. Plug. Love you guys.
First plug.
Anyways, yeah, she escaped from North Korea, and now she goes about sharing her story. And yeah, she and I also have love for the movie Titanic in common. You guys should just research her and
why is
figure
that just
out.
like a random fact?
Nope.
She's got her book's coming out soon. You should plug her.
Yeah, absolutely. Her book is coming out soon. I don't know what it's called, but I will read it, and I fucking hate books, but I'll read it. Because I love her.
It's so funny because Renee is just like starstruck, and she like goes up to Yeonmi Park, and she's just like,
I love you.
I'm just like, she's been waiting. I like go ahead and jump in and speak for her. She's been waiting to meet you like forever, and like she loves you, and like you were wearing the hoodie.
I was wearing a Liberty in North Korea hoodie. And she was excited. Yeah, you can find those at the shop.link.org or something like that. Go to libertyinnorthkorea.com. No, god damn it, linkglobal.org. Or is it libertyinnorthkorea.org? I know you can get there by linkglobal.org. So, yeah, go to the shop, and I'm sure they still have it.
So, like, your favorite moment was just taking a picture, but we missed her speech.
Okay, nope. I booked ass down there. I was able to catch the majority of it.
As always, we were late. Wait, why were we late? I want to say it was your fault because I just feel like a lot of
was not
the
my
things
fucking
that
fault.
happen are your
fault. It was not my fucking fault.
So I'm just going to go ahead and assume that it was your fault.
No,
I don't know.
hold on. I want to hear why the fuck this was my fault. Rob, jump on mic 3 and tell me why the fuck it was my fault.
Am I coming through?
Try the other one. That's our camera.
Oh my god.
That's our camera though.
You guys are
Wait.
no.
That's it. I can hear you fine.
Okay.
It's all the way up. So
All right,
tell
you
me
hear
why
me
it's
good.
my fault, Rob.
It is your fault. Because wait, was this on this Saturday morning? Okay.
Mhm.
Oh no, it doesn't really matter. Both days are the same. You were. I remember you just sleeping. Just sleeping. You didn't get out of bed.
Yeah, because I'd kind of stayed up driving for a long time. And so had you.
Yeah,
so you probably should have been sleeping too, because you should be.
Was that
health
that day?
conscious.
No, it was Saturday morning we were
Saturday
talking
morning.
about. Yeah. If it was Sunday morning, it'd be a completely different response, which I'm not going to reason.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay, so
Shut the fuck up.
That's what I was thinking about when you brought me on. I'm like, oh wait, this was a different time.
Thanks, Rob Mathias, for your special
I
jump
still
on.
don't understand why it was my fault, because I remember you guys woke me up and I was gonna be on time, but for some reason I wasn't.
We
No,
woke you
you
up
were,
and you
like,
fell back asleep. You went to sleep.
And then when you did wake up, you were complaining about what to wear. And you
Yeah,
kept
when you
changing,
finally got up, it was
and
like
your
15
hair was
minutes
perfect.
before.
No, I know why. Luke Radowski was in the fucking bathroom. And I could not get to the bathroom so I could do my hair. So I was attempting to do it out front. But remember Luke asked me for the bathroom after I got out of the shower?
So
That's what fucking happened. I'm blaming Luke Radowski.
So this is the official statement. Everything's Luke Radowski's fault. But anyway, so we were super.
I would have blamed someone else besides Luke.
Who do you want to blame, Rob?
Well, first off, I didn't care if I went to that talk. Well, I did care if I went to that talk, but it was really yours. So I can't really blame anyone for me being late to something that I wasn't gung ho to see at the time.
Okay.
Which I wish I had, 'cause from the ending it looked awesome. So I wish I had.
Even the little I heard was awesome.
Yeah.
Like I could have cried. She was talking about
I was crying.
like her journey and like through like the desert, and I don't know. It just kind of reminded me that everyone has like different journeys. I gotta stop saying like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyways,
thanks, Rob, for your special
I'll
jump on.
Why can't Rob talk? Let the man talk. What do you want, Rob?
It was your fault.
It was not my
Everything
You
is
were
Renee Kate's
I remember
fault.
pressuring you, telling you like, "Hey, you need to be on time. You want to see this."
It was definitely your fault.
It was.
That's
it was
bullshit.
your fault.
That is bullshit.
100% your
Nuh-uh,
fault.
because I could not get my hair straight with the fucking mirror that was in
When's
front of the
next time
coffee maker.
Okay, even if you couldn't get it right, when's the next time that you're gonna be able to talk to this woman? Probably never again.
What?
Well,
We're
she has
Facebook
to look.
friends
She
now.
has to
Oh, you
look
are Facebook
presentable.
friends
We're
now.
Facebook friends.
But you could have just gone down however you were.
Well, I think
Or
everything
maybe
happened
gotten
No,
up
because
earlier.
I wanted a
reason.
picture with her, and I just wanted everything to be perfect. I just wanted everything to be perfect. Like like
That's what she was
Perfect.
that's all I
screaming
wanted.
as
I
she
just
went
wanted
down the
that
hall.
one.
I just wanted everything to be perfect. I just wanted everything
That
to be
was my
perfect.
moment.
I'm like, Renee,
I was so
it'll be
upset.
fine.
I was so upset. I'm like running late. I'm like running down the fucking hall. I get there, the room is packed.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no. And I'm like crouching in, and I see her, and I'm like, oh my God. She's just as great as I thought she would be. Listen to her. Oh my God. She's so smart and articulate, and she speaks English so well. Like, she's, oh my God, and she's so pretty, and I love her, and I
was
just
so
want to be
tiny.
best friends with her.
That's what Renee was thinking, but those words
That's
couldn't
what
come out of her mouth. So it was just like,
That's
like,
what happens when you live in North Korea under a terrible regime. That's what my boyfriend said too. He's like, I sent him the picture, and he's like, oh, she's so tiny. I'm like, what the fuck do you expect? She's from North Korea. Like, they're small there because
Malnutrition.
there was a famine in 1990. I don't know if all y'all heard of that. Like, well, that went like throughout the 90s. That kind of sucked. Like, nobody really got any food, so they're all like, the myth is they're all like a foot shorter than their South Korean brethren. I feel like that's been like disproven. I don't know, but
when
yeah,
did you join Liberty
tiny.
in North Korea?
So the first time I heard about it, I was probably in like 8th grade, which was like 2010-ish. So
everyone's calculating your age right now.
I know. And everyone's like, 2010, oh my God, I was like 25. Anyways, fuck you guys.
Yes.
Wow, that's funny because Anne said she wanted to tell the listenership to go fuck themselves earlier, but whatever. Anyways, yeah, I heard about that when I was in like 8th grade, and I think I really started getting involved around like 2000. I had a presentation last year, which was like a big step. I've been receiving their emails for like ever because I actually care about what's going on. So I don't know, like, define involvement. I've always been a supporter at the very least. And Rob, shut the fuck up.
Jesus, you're so disrespectful.
Mute that mic, will you? The third one.
You,
Go to the
you
third
mute
one.
it.
Now we have to edit shit. What was I bitching about?
Liberty in North Korea.
Well,
Oh, your involvement.
yeah. I don't know, like, define involvement. Like, I've always been a supporter. I've always cared. But the first time I actually did a real activism for them, it was like last year.
Okay.
I've gotten them plugged on Free Talk Live a couple times.
Oh yeah. And was Ian a part of Liberty in North Korea too, or?
I know he's donated to them.
Well, my favorite moment, I think everyone went there to see a certain person. Rob wanted to meet Ron Paul. You wanted to meet Youngmi Park, and
Well, no. Yeonmi Park was a total surprise because I didn't even look at the schedule before we went.
Wow.
I swear to God, because you guys were just like, you should go, and I'm like, all right, fine, I'll come. So I did because you guys said to, and because I knew Ron Paul was gonna be there.
you're a sheeple. You're like
You
one
don't
of the
remember?
sheeple.
No, but you don't remember. I'm so glad I went. You don't remember the next, like, as soon as we got there, I opened the schedule, and I'm like, oh my God, Yeonmi Park is gonna be here. Oh my God, fangasm. And then I saw her, like, before she even spoke, I saw her on Friday when we walked in to go see Ron Paul and Edward Snowden. And I was like, oh my God, Yeonmi Park just walked by me. Remember?
No. I remember you telling me that happened, like, after you had met her. But
No, that was before on Friday.
I remember you telling me, like, after you were like, oh, she walked by me. Or I just wasn't
I
listening
posted
to you.
on Facebook. I was so excited.
Yeah, I seen it on Facebook.
I can't even imagine because, like, she liked my comment on another, she's a Russian activist, Vera Kichinova, I think is how you pronounce her last name.
That's right.
And, yeah, I commented on one of Vera's photos that she took of Yeonmi, and I'm like, Yeonmi's great. She's such an inspiration. Love her. If you guys ever want to come to New Hampshire, you definitely have a place to stay in the Free State. And Yeonmi Park liked my comment, and I died. Like, I literally freaked out and was so happy and was, like, telling everybody, like, oh, my God, Yeonmi Park liked my fucking comment. I feel so cool.
Oh my God! So, and when she like added her on Facebook,
When she looked at my profile,
Renee was like creeping at her for like a full like day, just like, is she gonna accept my friend request? She's gonna, and then she's like, she's gonna like this. She's gonna accept my friend request and see all the weird shit on here. And Renee proceeded to go through her timeline and make like the weird shit private. Like, I fucking kid you not.
I really did. I deleted anything that would make me look like a fucking creep or a weirdo, because I don't know, I just feel
Because you are a fucking creep. And
but
a weirdo.
sometimes I want to at least pretend that I'm like a grown-up and professional, but I know that's bullshit.
Well,
but
we were professional. We had media passes,
dude, I know,
which later got us an interview, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Because I didn't say who was my favorite speaker. Oh no, my favorite person. Because we were talking about people.
what
you
was
didn't
your
even hear
favorite
her
moment?
Speak. Okay.
Yes, I did fucking hear her speak.
Like 2%.
Dude, no,
We
I
should've
heard
the whole thing.
I heard probably about 50%.
Oh yeah, because you came a little earlier.
I
than us.
fucking ran down the hall.
Yeah.
I didn't even use the goddamn elevators. I took the stairs. I fucking ran down the stairs.
That's how you know it's real.
Dude, I was serious. I did
She
not
took
want to
the-
miss that for the world.
She took the stairs. So my favorite moment, everyone came to see their like
Hold on, hashtag strut that ass. Okay, continue.
their respective people or whatever. So I had been to Washington D.C. I want to say when I was like in 8th grade. No, 9th grade, because I had a job. I remember I was taking off from my job, and
You like went on vacation there, or did you have like a school assigned trip there? I had a school trip there.
no, I went with like a church because I'm from the South, so you were with your church from like the day you were born until you could escape.
Hallelujah.
But, yeah, exactly. Praise the Lord.
Praise
But anyway,
Jesus.
so they took us to D.C. so we could see the White House, which like when I came, we stayed in a completely different part of town because we stayed closer to the White House, and there were all these like giant like helicopter like things flying around all the times, like people with like rifles on the roof, like pointing a gun at your face.
Yeah, that was
like,
cool.
homeless people everywhere, giant rats. I don't know.
Mordor.
It wasn't anything pretty. So I had came 8 years ago, and the only thing I remember, like I could sense when we were coming close to it, Ben's Chili Bowl.
Jesus Christ.
If you are ever in Washington D.C., go to Ben's Chili Bowl. And everyone, okay, let me tell you how, like, no one believes in me here. For instance.
Oh, here we go.
I was telling everyone the whole time, like, I could sense when we were getting close to this place. I don't know Washington, D.C., but the moment I felt we were on the same street as Big Ben's Chili Bowl, I was like, I can feel it. It's here.
And
it's
she
here.
really did. This is not a joke.
And I seen it, and I was like,
She's dead ass
we
serious.
need to go there. And everyone's like, oh, no, like,
I'm like, all right,
we
whatever.
They were just kind of brushing me off, man. Like, this was a great idea, but they were just brushing me off. And then finally, I was like, we're going to Ben's Chili Bowl. Like, we woke up that morning, and I was like, we're going. So we got in the car, and we're like Rob's videotaping and the whole experience, which it might be, guess what, bonus content.
Oh.
So it's this giant like porcelain panda bear.
Okay, so we need to talk about this porcelain panda fucking bear for like just a second. So Anne's boyfriend wants to go to DC so he can meet Ron Paul. I go to DC and I want to take a picture with a North Korean defector. Anne wants to go to DC and take a picture with a porcelain bear.
Yes.
That's how this crew works.
And they were doubting me. I don't even think they wanted to go. And when we got there, I'm like all up on that bear, like giving that bear some love. Just like
it was a little ridiculous. It got kind of
that bear was my profile picture. But anyway, so after after that, we went inside. And this is like this fast, like short order cook. I don't even know what to call it. Just like line out the door.
It's like a fast food diner.
Yeah, but it's not really super fast food.
I mean, it's
fast, but it ain't no McDonald's.
If there weren't to be a line, it would basically be fast food. But no, it's not like McDonald's. It's like actually, if you order a hamburger, it's like actually a hamburger with like a burger.
Exactly, but it's delicious. So we got the chili cheese fries and the cheese fries, and Rob got the original dog, and heaven. Everyone proceeded to stop talking and just shove their mouths full of chili and fries and cheese
and milkshakes.
And it was like a cherry on top of the fucking like pie, and everyone loved it. And I walked out of that restaurant with a blaze of glory. That was my favorite moment in Washington, D.C.
And then Rob proceeded to tag the back of my car after we left with
ShireDude.com. Second plug.
Fuck both of you. They're both in the room right now. Fuck both of you.
ShireDude.com.
It's still on my damn car.
He is
still there.
He is my magical fairy
Fuck
king. He is my shaman. When I proceed to the next level of spiritual awakening, he will be there with open arms waiting for me.
Who?
The Shire dude, my shaman.
What are we just got some
Shire dude material to have.
we just got some
it sounds culty, but even if it is a cult, it's the best fucking cult ever. Anyway,
I don't know what the fuck is wrong with her.
So that was my favorite moment.
I hate you guys.
And my favorite speaker, I don't know. I think you should say who your favorite speech was, because I'm kind of like tied. I really like Edward Snowden a lot. But
Edward Snowden was pretty fucking awesome to listen to. And
if you're wondering if we really actually met Edward Snowden, the answer is yes. Reincarnate. He was in the form of a podium. He was there, but really he was on a video conference from Russia, right?
Yeah.
He was in Russia, correct? So he gave us a very inspirational and uplifting, seditious, if you will, speech. And I don't know, Edward Snowden is kind of cute. Is that something that you thought? Because I thought that. I was like, he looks like someone that I would date.
His brain is cute.
I thought he was cute in like this weird, geeky, nerdy way. And this guy, he risked his life. He risked his life to tell us that we were being watched. Dum, dum, dum. Like, what can you say you did?
I mean, not what he did.
No, I'm not you precisely, but just like out there, all you Edward Snowden like people who say fuck Edward Snowden. People have the most negative things to say about everyone. I swear, like there's at least one positive thing you can say. If it weren't for him, probably a lot of people wouldn't be here today, especially in the Free State Project.
I mean,
him and Rampa.
True story. Well, so right before I got out of high school, I did like a paper on why the NSA fucking sucks. And,
that was the name of your paper in high school? Why the NSA fucking sucks?
Something like that. Like, okay, so we were supposed to do this cyber safety project, and everyone's like, I'm going to talk about viruses. I'm going to talk about cyberbullying, and just like shit like that. And I walk up to my teacher, and I'm just like, yo, you know what I think is dangerous? And he's like, what's that, Renee? And he's like, any of your crazy anarchist shit. And I'm like, kinda. can I talk about why the NSA sucks? And he's like, you know what? All right. You go right ahead and do that. I'm like, sweet. So I proceeded to record a PSA that talks about why the NSA fucking sucks.
I would like to have that content.
I mean, it was pretty great. And it was supposed to be a minute long. I went on for 2 minutes. And he's like, Renee, I said it was only supposed to be a minute long. Because, like, you had to record it. And I'm like, dude, I'm supposed to pack all that shit in under a minute? I could go on all day, let alone, like, God,
one of my
minutes.
favorite things, I guess Edward Snowden said during the conference something I found that was very interesting was he said that one major thing he worried about when he got this information, ran away with it, and told everyone is that people wouldn't focus on the information, but they would focus on him. They would forget what he was trying to expose and just focus on him, and that's exactly what he didn't want.
That's what the media did.
That's what they want. They wanted to just, paint him as the bad guy, so that's all you focus on. You're forgetting what he did. You're forgetting, he's telling us these people they're monitoring you like you're fucking cattle on a ranch. Well, you are cattle, aren't you?
We could go on all day about why people are property according to the U.S. government. But
so yeah, that was one of my favorite things I heard during the whole speech.
One of my favorite things that came out of Edward Snowden's mouth was referring to Daniel Ellsberg. And if those of you don't remember who Daniel Ellsberg is, I'll tell you. He is most popularly known for leaking Pentagon Papers back in the 1970s and opposing the Vietnam War. So I just thought it was cool that there was a shout out to Daniel Ellsberg in there.
I don't think any of these talks were recorded or something, so you just have to rely on whatever we're saying. We're not like Fox News.
What bullshit?
We're a reliable source.
Bullshit. They had to have had recorded those.
We're also high.
Please tell me that they recorded those.
No, they didn't.
No?
Me and Rob, we actually took the initiative to walk up to someone and ask were these talks being recorded, and they were like, no.
Dude, no.
Yeah.
No, those all went off the record, completely off the record.
Unless someone got a personal recording.
Fuck.
But I know for a fact, Youngmi Park wasn't recorded because she said she felt uncomfortable with cameras in her face when she was trying to speak from the heart, which I could understand. And she's also writing a book, and she didn't want any of that information, I guess, totally leaked or something. I don't know. But to me, if you don't post it on social media, it didn't really happen.
I mean,
if a tree falls and no one took a Snapchat, did that tree really fall? Does it exist anymore?
The fuck if I know, but I don't know, man. What she said, I only heard 50% of what she said, and that should go down in history. I hope it's in her book. I can't wait to read her book.
Well, hopefully we can beg her to be on our show.
What else happened
once we get good?
What else happened to us, Anne?
Okay.
Particularly when we were standing in the line.
I guess this goes into who was the next best speaker, and I think that was Dr. Ron Paul.
Fuck yeah.
Ron Paul.
And the Fed.
Everyone started chanting in the Fed.
Yes.
His speech was nice. This is one thing about Ron Paul. He was, I knew he was an old guy, but when I got close to him, he looked really, really, really old and fragile. And he was a great grandfather. He was.
I want him to be my grandpa.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Both my grandpas are dead. I consider Ron Paul my grandpa.
Ron Paul, if you ever were to watch this,
be my grandpa, and I love you, and you're awesome.
And I know that sounds
I'm a
creepy,
fucking weirdo,
but it's fine,
Sorry.
Ron Paul. But anyway, so he was much older than I expected, and he seemed He seemed fragile. I don't know. that's why later that evening, when that very mean girl stood up and started yelling out how he was a bigot and a racist,
Oh my God!
and
Shut
all
the
of this
fuck
other
up.
stuff, it was
bitch.
kind of very, very aggressive to me. Even if you didn't agree or you found some articles and you wanted to confront him about it,
And the whole
there's
crowd just started booing her.
there's a better way to come at things than to just start
Walk
yelling
up and start berating
at
him.
someone. Yeah, like, this is
Fuck
an old
you.
man. She didn't even give him a chance to like defend himself, and
Dude,
she had no proof. She kind of just walked up and yelled, "You're a bigot! I read an article."
Yeah.
Like, that was it. He's
it's
like,
not
"Can you tell
even-
me even what article you're referring to?
Yeah.
You hate LGBT people."
Yeah.
Like,
Bitch, please shut the fuck up.
I thought that was a very, very mean part of the conference.
I'm
But
just
the
so
funny
annoyed.
thing is, we were the lucky ones, so we realized that the picture with Ron Paul was going to be in a different part of the auditorium. So
I was looking at the program
Mhm.
and I saw that they were going to be taken on the balcony. I looked behind
She's
and
a
the line
smart
was
girl.
already forming. Fuck yeah, I'm a genius.
So we ran to go get in line. So we actually got a great spot, I think, in line. We got time to prepare.
The line that wrapped all the way around the auditorium.
Yes, and we were just right like beneath him in the steps. You can find our picture. I don't know if we posted those pictures to Seditious Sirens,
Well,
but
we should.
we will.
We're on that.
We're right on that. We're superheroes.
Don't worry. I know you all were like super concerned that we had not posted them yet. We're on it.
So anyway, as we're waiting in line, BBC comes up to us. I don't know why. I would like to think because we just look very smart from far away, like, because that's the first thing people see when they look at us is our smarts.
We're fucking girls. We're girls.
So yes, probably our tits. And
I'm not
the
saying
fact
it's
that
our
we
tits,
had
but we're
a
young
media
girls.
pass.
People want to know what we think. And yes, we had media passes.
So
'cause
we
I'm
looked
really
all
smart.
professional and whatnot. So
Professional as fuck.
if you found that article on BBC, so BBC came up to us as we're standing in the line to get a picture with Ron Paul and asked us what we think about Rand Paul. Boo, Rand Paul.
Whatever.
So
I don't even politic.
Do you even politic?
I really don't.
See, here's the thing.
Is that
I
even a
don't
thing?
either. I don't even politic.
Is that even a thing? I really don't pay attention because I'm an anarchist, so I really don't fucking care. I
Like,
really don't care.
I definitely think anarchy's the way. That's because, but I think politics are useless. I mean, I know people say try to beat the system from within, but I just wish the system would fail so much to the point that I wish for the fucking zombie apocalypse so I don't even have to think about what a government is anymore. Like, destroy it. But, I mean, that sounds radical. So I know I shouldn't say those things. But that's kind of how I feel. So I don't even politic. And all that stuff, really, people are so snotty when they start talking about politics.
Yeah.
I'm a Republican. I'm a Democrat. I'm a libertarian.
Yeah.
I'm a
I don't.
conservative.
I don't even libertarian. I really don't. I noticed that a lot of people at the conference were very political, and I was like,
Yeah. Super conservative. But I
which
think
that might be a good thing, because I don't know what the answer to ending the Fed is. I don't know if it's going to collapse from the inside or from the outside.
I mean, okay, so here's the thing. Rand Paul is like into audit the Fed. And people are like, oh, like, yeah, audit the Fed, which will probably bring it down because the Fed is, come on. Like, if you audit the Fed, what do you think you're going to find? It can't be anything but fuckery. So, I mean, maybe that would bring it down. But honestly, if we brought the whole system down, that would make me happy. The Fed
Yep.
is just one part of it.
Yep.
You still got people up there herding you like your cattle, telling you what to do and how to live your life, saying you're too stupid to make decisions for yourself. So we're going to make a law and tell you, you know, how not to be stupid. That's how dumb you are.
Yeah, sure.
So, I mean, that's why I'm an anarchist. But, so, no, I don't even politic. So, when he came to ask us about Rand Paul.
I basically got quoted to, like, he walked up and he said, how do you feel about Rand Paul? And I was like, fuck Rand Paul. He's like, oh.
He didn't quote you.
I'll
read the article right here because fuck Rand Paul was.
Yeah, I know, but like that's basically what I said to him, and then proceeded to back up why I said fuck Rand Paul, and then he put everything except fuck Rand Paul in there, but basically he got all my reasons for fuck Rand Paul.
I'm like actually gonna read the article.
Go for it.
But so before us is people talking about why they love Rand Paul. Like, oh, he's the number one guy. He's the one who's gonna fix the Fed and the government.
Fix him.
So, that's kind of where that went. So the article starts, for Renee Kate and Anne Leverett. However, the younger Paul is an apple that has fallen too far from the tree. For Renee Kate. Oh, sorry. Messed up, guys. I don't think his views correspond with his father, says Leverett. That's me. Who hosts a New Hampshire-based libertarian podcast with Kate called Seditious Sirens. I don't feel he's as liberty-oriented. He's definitely more conservative. Kate says she hopes Rand Paul is just soft-selling his father's position to appeal to a broader audience. But it's not looking good. I definitely would not be voting for Rand, she adds.
Cute.
And that was our little hit piece. You know, we're sassy. But this guy, he comes up to us and starts talking. And at first, he's like, are you guys... He the way he came up to us.
He was asking us about Ron Paul at first. Like, oh, what did you think of the speech? What did you think about that bitch who got up and started going off? And I was like, fuck that bitch.
Yeah, because it was just like right as we were
That's the way I talk to everybody. I just want you all to know that I really am like this all the time. I'm no different on my show or in person. Like, I really should be professional, but I can never be a professional grown-up. And I'm probably always going to be.
Are you proud?
Just like this. I really don't give a fuck, man. I really don't.
Well, as long as you don't. So anyway, so this guy, he like tells us he's from BBC, and you can go find that article at bbc.com/news. Yeah. So go find us. We were very pleased to be quoted in that article. Some guy actually wrote me on Facebook and was like, "Oh, did you know, like, you're in this article? I seen you here." And I was like, "Awesome sauce." Because we talked to a lot of people. I think we did really good networking at ISFLC.
I mean, yeah. The only way we could have improved that is by having business cards, but because
next time! There's always next year, and I'm sure it'll be bigger.
Yeah.
And better. And Rob gave Ron Paul his business card because he thinks that he's a G. That's original
that's
gangster.
Pretty fucking awesome.
Libertarian gangster.
I'm not going to lie. Still hate you, though. But that's pretty awesome.
I love him. So, overall, what did you walk away with from ISFLC? Besides the
pure awesomeness.
Pure awesomeness?
Pure awesomeness. Like, I don't even know. I still can't even comprehend that weekend. It was so awesome. Like, holy shit. I met so many cool people. Saw so many cool stuff and people and listened to cool words and... I don't know.
I really didn't like the hotel that much, actually. I wish it was in a different place.
It was ridiculously big. Like, there was no need for the hotel to be that big.
It was just like a lot of excess space for no reason. So
I did a lot of walking. I burned all those calories from Ben's chili bowl. Ugh. And I threw it all up in the parking lot after I drank way too much. I hear.
That's another...
I don't even know what happened to me one of those nights. I partied so hard. I'm so ashamed of myself. I never do that. But
I thought you were a shameless individual.
Okay.
When did you start feeling shame?
All right. I won't say, not necessarily shame, but like, God damn it. Like, there's no need for me to get that drunk ever. Like, I'm so small that I only really require one drink to be like thoroughly buzzed. And I'm serious. Like, I don't know if I'm hypersensitive or what, but...
Is that the drunkest you've ever been at ISFLC or no?
Probably among it's drunkest? In the top 3.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't really get drunk. I did all my drinking in middle school and high school like a normal person.
So did I, for the most part. I never get stupidly drunk, but
I like beer, and you don't like beer, so
I
that's
don't
like the
beer.
other. I mean, not like you can get shitty drunk off beer, but I try to stay away from the harder substances.
Hold on, we lost our audience right now. Ash the studio cat is apparently more entertaining than the Seditious Sirens right now. There's a cat rolling around on the floor with a mouse, and apparently it's way cuter than the...
Anyway.
Ash, knock it the fuck off, cat. God
Ash,
damn it.
you're supposed to be our producer.
She's fucking our shit up.
I think she gave the show away.
You're
so
fired.
that was your favorite moment. Just, I mean, you're over. That's what you walked away with. That you can't handle liquor.
No,
You
I
can't hold your liquor.
I can't. Well, I don't even know how much I had. I know that I was drinking like straight bourbon at
If
one
you
point.
went to ISFLC
That was so
and you
unnecessary.
seen Renee Kate Freelove wandering drunk in the hotel, please leave it in the comment section.
Oh my
I
God,
hope you have
please don't.
pictures and video.
No.
Ruin her.
No.
Ruin her.
I don't want to know. Oh my God. No. Okay. So I remember I was outside the hotel room at one point with some people from Australia who I just met who were like, "Hey, I want to come party with
Yeah,
us?"
there were
And
a
I'm
lot
like,
of international people there.
fuck it, okay. And then I was in a room, and then I was outside in the lobby, and then I proceeded to drink more, and I walked away with some guy who I didn't know, and I was like, oh my God, because I woke up and my underwear were on backwards, but they weren't. It did not appear as if I had had any sex with a stranger, so that did not happen. I found out what did happen to me, but yeah, so at first I thought I had sex with just some strange guy, but it turns out I'm just an idiot, and I actually put my underwear on backwards just because I'm an
Adventures
idiot.
of Renee.
Yeah. So if you're going out for a night of drinking and you're like thinking you might not know what happened the next morning, be
Wait.
sure you put your underwear on the right way so
Exactly.
you can not
to
freak
begin
out.
with. So, like, before you even get a drink, go to the bathroom. Make sure your underwear are on correctly. Like, all ladies should know this already. We shouldn't have to tell you.
I know.
Jesus.
And don't wear
Have your whole bag ready.
Don't wear $15 earrings out. You might lose one, and might as well wear your hair up, or else it's gonna be all fucked up.
I
because
mean,
you're gonna
we've-
be like holding it back while you're
there's-
throwing up.
There's no one ever who can say they've never had a walk of shame.
Oh, I had the walk of shame of a lifetime.
There's no one ever.
There was a photo taken of
Oh,
me.
yeah,
I'm walking down one of the hallways. You can see me in the background. I have one heel in my hand. I'm walking with one fucking heel in my hand.
Soon that
so it
photo
looks
will
like
be
I'm
a
limping.
meme.
No,
Wait
no, no,
for
no,
it.
no, 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 no,
Wait
no.
for the wait for
Oh
the
my
meme
God.
version of it.
Jared, no, please don't do it. But, yeah. Yeah, I woke up in apparently I was moved into the bed from a chair.
Yeah,
Robin
that
Ann
was.
said
We
I
did
was
that.
on a chair,
We did that.
but I managed to plug my phone in.
I see. I can't do a walk of
I don't
shame
know.
because I have no shame. But it was giving away my sexual actions. I just dyed my hair blue, and I don't know if anyone's ever dyed their hair before. But if you dye your hair, like whatever
Semi-permanent
color,
colors.
it'll come off on things.
Bright semi-permanent colors will rub off like
on
if
mirrors, if you're like in the bathroom up against the mirror, the back of your head.
or on white sheets
Or
or
on a
pillows
white
when
pillow.
your hair's wet. So then if somebody's like fucking where you're gonna sleep like on
And then
your
you see like
pillow,
a bunch
you'll
of blue
know.
ringlets just like all over your pillow.
That's what I get for sharing a bed with the Rebel and the Rebel's Mistress.
Well, you were
God damn
supposed
it.
to like have an air mattress, but someone thought you were filled with more hot air than a pump could fill up. So they just brought an air mattress with no pump for you.
It
So
filled
you
up my
had to
entire
sleep
trunk.
with me and my boyfriend on Valentine's Day weekend.
So we can blame the artist formerly known as O Girl for ruining
Ugh, did we
Valentine's
just
Day.
name drop? Ugh,
Oops.
don't even.
What
Not a
happened?
plug.
What happened, Dan?
Fuckery.
You seem to have some resentment there. And what happened?
Fuckery happened.
What kind of fuckery
I don't know
happened?
if I really want to get into it, but
Oh, you were all gung-ho earlier. Don't bitch out on me now.
fuckery happened. Well,
Pray
let
tell.
me just talk about bullying people. This is going to be the section of our show called bullying. So there are people in this world who are self-centered, narcissistic cunts. And they place no one higher than themselves, which is fine. That's totally fine. For me, if you want to be selfish, great. You know, good for you and your selfish fucking self. But if you are with other people or around other people and your actions affect those other people, then there's no fucking room for you to be selfish. Like, it just isn't. Like, it's inconvenient for everyone and you're a horrible person. So at that point, you just become a bully. And a bully is someone who treats people like they're beneath them. You know, like they're ants. Like, no one on this planet is more, like they're just beneath you. In every way, shape, or form, they're a lower person than you. And I have no respect for people like that at all. Because you're not better than anyone. I don't care what you believe in your mind, like what your head tells you, but no human is just like super better than anybody else. And I don't even know if I just
Talking about bullying.
so.
But it appears that somebody has tried to start some bullshit with, I don't even know if it was supposed to be directed at me too. Like,
I think you were just a casualty. But I think we're all just casualties. But like I said, when you're a bully, you don't care who you're like picking on. You want to pick on the world. As long as that person's like kissing your ass, like you're fine with it. Basically. And the only way I think that you can deal with bullying is to challenge the bully.
or at least put them in their fucking place.
You put the bully in their place, but like in a way that's challenging because no one's ever I see you got the chat put. No one's ever challenging the bully, and they're like condoning that behavior at a certain point. When you let someone like walk all over you and talk to you any kind of way, you're condoning that behavior. And I was always taught to stand up for myself. I was actually always taught to fight. No lie. I mean, I grew up in the middle of Georgia, like in the rural South. Like,
dude,
we were fighting since we were in diapers. Like, if someone messed with us on the playground, it was always, well, you better go fight them or don't come back.
Yeah, like I had 2 older brothers.
So I try to condone a non-violent philosophy now. I feel like I've changed and I've grown as a person.
Yeah, same.
But
here.
sometimes
We're still developing. I still fuck up.
Yeah.
I've definitely almost beat somebody's ass since, like, committing
But you
to the
didn't.
non-aggression principle. Only because I was pulled back. I would have. Okay, so I had 2 brothers. I now only have 1 brother.
Well, he's still your brother.
Yeah, I know, but he's dead. And some asshole thought that it would be a good thing to take a shot at my dead brother and basically said he deserved to die. And I almost beat the fuck out of him. And I had to be dragged out of the situation because I almost beat his ass. And I get that it's just words, and words can't hurt you unless you let them.
I mean,
but
words,
that's just a sensitive area, and you just...
Words definitely can hurt
like,
you.
what the
That's
fuck
bullshit.
is wrong with you?
Words can hurt you, just not physically. So that's why you try to say, oh, I'm not gonna, just attack someone, which I think is fine. You definitely shouldn't attack people. But if people are bullying you and they're treating you like you can't do anything to them, yes, you can say words back to them, but there's nothing in the non-aggression principle that says you can't challenge someone to a duel. You can say, hey, I challenge you. If I just punched you in the face, that would be one thing, but
yeah,
yeah, so I try not to do that. I try not to just punch people in the face, but sometimes
making threats and making offering a challenge are 2 different things.
Not really, because
they're definitely 2 separate things.
Okay, so a threat is saying, an idle threat, I would say, is saying, oh, I'm going to do this to you. I'm going to fucking kill you. I'm going to beat your ass. I'm going to, saying something like that.
Making a threat is saying something along the lines of, eat these chips or I'm going to beat your ass. You know?
Okay.
Whereas offering is, if you want to pull this car over, then we can fight this out.
I think
that's more of a challenge.
All those words you said, pull the car over right now and we can fight. Pull the car over right now and I'm going to beat your ass. I'm telling you the outcome of that fight, but it's still saying the same thing. It's not. So that's like saying milk and fucking skim milk. Like, you're just changing the percentage of fat. But in the end of the day, you're telling someone that if they keep up with this behavior, there's gonna be consequences. That's what you're telling them. It doesn't matter how you said it or like what are you predicting the outcome could be. Because I could tell you I'm going to beat your ass, but you could definitely beat mine. So it's still like, but that's different if I just smacked you in the face. So I try not to condone violence at all. But I do. The only way to stop a bully is to confront that bully. And if you have to beat that bully's ass, that's going to teach that bully at the end of the day. Not that I condone violence. I definitely condone a non-violent philosophy, but I will not let someone tread on me. I will not. That's if someone's trying to threatening me or putting me in a situation where I feel like they're treating me like as if I was a ant and they could squash me at any moment, which no. I'm not going to condone your behavior like that towards me or people that I love. Because you know what? If no one stands up to this person and just lets them get away, guess where we'd be? If you let someone get to that level where they have so much control, like, oh, okay, let's not say nothing to this person. And we'll be fucking stranded in Baltimore because we have no gas, because we have no way to pay tolls, because no one wants to say anything to this person and let this person sit like they're the queen of the fucking world and we're starving. Like ants. They're treading on you. You have to stand up for yourself. Yes, there's a degree and there's a level, but crazy got to be crazy somewhere. It's what you do with those actions. Well, there's a difference
between being assertive and being aggressive, and I believe in being assertive for the most part.
I think aggressive is more of a... I mean,
you got a little aggressive, man. Like, I understand why you did it, but you still fucked up, and I think you fucked up.
No, I definitely do not think I fucked up, and I definitely do not know I fucked up, because honestly,
you took it too far.
I don't care what anyone thinks, honestly, because 5 years ago, if someone was talking to me the way that she was talking to me and treating me the way she was treating me, it would be on.
I would have beat her ass too 5 years ago. So I definitely understand where you're coming from.
I've definitely improved, but I meant every word I said. And that's why I don't feel bad. If I could go back and do that situation again, I'd do it the same way. Because if I had not took the stance that I took, this conversation would have kept happening for 8 more hours.
Well, had I done it, I would have been more assertive.
No, had you? Would you? Did you?
Oh, I would have done it. Had it not been you, it would have been me.
Exactly. But you don't know how that conversation would have ended, because if you're creeping up to being assertive and you're letting that person know that you're fearing them in some way, you're still letting them have the upper hand. We still would have been to the point we were. Like, drastic measures, yes. Like, I did not hit this person. I told this person clear out that this behavior is not acceptable and you are going to stop this behavior.
Yes, but it still was not necessarily nonviolent communication. I think there's a difference between being assertive and being aggressive. I think you got aggressive. I understand why you did it, and I'm not
I definitely don't agree with you. I think that to a point, okay, I handled the situation in a way that it was always going to be handled. It was always meant to be handled, because if I didn't say anything, I really do believe that.
Well, that girl's never been in a fight in her life, so I think you scared her straight. But
exactly.
I wouldn't have wanted to scare her straight. I would have put her in her fucking place.
No, putting someone in their place, that's impossible if they don't feel like you. If they feel like you're beneath them, no matter what you're going to say, unless you stand up to that bully, it's going to mean nothing. Okay, it doesn't matter what you say.
To me, it sounds like you want to be the dominant one, whereas I would rather be equal with a person.
No, but that person, that's like impossible. We're talking about how this person is treating us like, well, then you should have handled it, but you didn't. I'm not like calling you out, but you should have handled it, but you didn't.
Of course I didn't, because I knew at the end of the day that she was going to fork up.
If someone else would have loved to handle that situation in a different way where we still got the same outcome, that would have been great. But if everyone can sit and throw out like, oh, you should have did this or you should have did that, but that was not happening. My first instinct is survival, not kiss somebody's ass until they do the right thing that they're supposed to do.
I'm not saying kick her ass. I still thought it was hilarious.
I feel no sympathy for anybody who is treating someone like they are nothing, they are beneath them, they are low. I feel no sympathy at all, because that person is a narcissist. They're a psychopath. They're a sociopath. And there's no reasoning with someone who's a sociopath. It's just not. If that person has no conscience and no moral value, if you tell that person, okay, well, if you're not going to listen to reason, if you're not going to listen to anything we say, because we were talking at first, but if you're just going to sit here and yell and talk to my family like we're nothing in front of me in this car, and talking and logic is not working with you because you are a sociopath, then I am going to take it to that next level. Yes, because I will defend my family. That's why I have no problem owning a gun, because I know the reasonable amounts of defense. I'm not going to sit and beg a robber not to rob me. I'm not going to be anybody's victim. I'm not in any way, shape, or form. But if there's no, like, it's all black and white. It's all black and white to say, oh, I would love to meet that person 100. I would love to sit and talk reasonably with that person. That is, like, illogical. That's dumb, because at the end of the day, people are going to be people. Yes, you'd like to hold them to a higher standard, but people are going to be people. So you can't just say, oh, it's black or it's white. It's never black or it's white. Like, it's never like that. It's never going to be, oh, well, I feel like I'm reasonable. You're reasonable. If we got into a fight, I have no doubt we'd be able to talk it out. Yeah. I have no doubt we'll be able to sit down like reasonable adults and share our feelings. But
maybe we would even consent to beating the fuck out of each other and then calling it a day.
Or maybe. But if you are not a reasonable person, if you are illogical, if you are so concerned into yourself that you would rather us walk back to New Hampshire because you can't put your fair share of
fucking dollars was all I asked.
If you can't put your fair share into a car where it's gonna take, this is all our lives affected here. Like I said, yes, be selfish. That's fine. If you are with self, if other people are involved, this is about survival. We're in like this back scrounging up quarters and pennies to get gas. Like, so something drastic has happened, or else we'd still be sitting there trying to debate, which I
still think there's a balance.
I think in your dream world where there's a vacuum, but in reality, I don't.
I'm not supporting pacifism. I'm not a supporter of total pacifism.
I mean, I'm not saying
I'm a supporter of the non-aggression principle. So, for example, like, there was still a threat made. She did not violate the non-aggression principle. She was being a fucking selfish bitch, but...
No, I feel like treading on someone is bullying. I feel like treating someone like they're nothing and they're beneath you and they can do whatever you want is bullying, and no one's going to tread on me.
No one's going to tread on me either, but I stand up for myself without necessarily
You're saying this like it was a normal situation. Like, this is the thing I don't get.
No.
It was nowhere near normal. It's not even normal. Like, a normal situation is people with morals and conscience, like a conscience. Like, this is a conversation that should never even have been had. If I sit here and I make an agreement with you and I say, okay, this is what I'm going to do, and then you go back on your word, not once, but 3 times.
Yeah.
Not once, but 3 times. You go back on your word, and, you're just like playing. Like, if you're not going to be a decent person and follow your own word, then I have no sympathy for you. I literally don't feel bad because I don't have any sympathy for someone who has no empathy for anyone.
Yeah.
We'd still be in Baltimore right now. And so, like, it's great and all, like, magical that you can say, oh, like, I'd rather, like, do this and I would have did this way and threats were made. But in reality, I did what needed to be done. If I could have been assertive, then
we could have done it my way, too. We could have done it my way, too.
But you didn't. But, again,
but
coulda, shoulda, woulda.
I still pulled a card. And we're both still on top. So...
Yeah. I think so. But like I said, people coulda, shoulda, woulda, so think whatever you would like about me. But I'm definitely not going to take bullshit from anybody, anywhere, anytime. No, I'm not going to punch you in the face. No, I'm not going to, like, just threaten to kill you. But if you are coming at me in a way where talking is no longer logical to you because you have no logical thoughts in your mind, you're literally just so caught up into your own fucking self that you'd rather someone pay $50 every time we cross the bridge, then yes, Okay, but at the end of the day, I'm going to do what I think needs to be done. Think what you will about me, but at least I'm real, and I'm going to stick to that. I'm not going to
That's
go
all well
back
and
on
good.
it.
I'm not judging you. It just wouldn't have been the
Go
way
ahead,
that I
judge
would have
me.
gone about it.
Well, if Renee, again,
I
you should have
dude,
went about it.
I
You
was in
shoulda
the
went
front
about
seat
it, but
fucking
you
laughing.
didn't.
It was not my place.
Well, we would have been walking. It wasn't my place either, but I did what needed to be done. But
It
all
was
I'm
at the
saying
time.
is, we can.
Because had she been speaking to my boyfriend in that manner, I probably would have reacted in a very similar way.
Well, we can agree to disagree at the end of the day, but no, I don't feel bad. No, I don't feel like I fucked up. If I could go back in time, I still would have said everything I did. If it had to go farther, I would have done everything that I said I was going to do. Not a threat, but a promise. Still a valid offer. I told you beforehand that if you kept on aggressing to me this way, that I was going to violate, like, your non-aggressive principle. Like, no. Like, it's all fine and dandy to an extent.
I mean,
But we don't live in
her.
that world. We don't live in that world. When we do, that would be great, but we don't.
You keep saying that as if I'm saying.
But you're saying as
that
if everyone is reasonable.
Been, no,
everyone's not reasonable
I
in
know
this situation.
The bitch is unreasonable. I get that she's totally illogical, but I still think that there could have been an outcome.
Coulda, shoulda,
without
woulda.
making a threat. Exactly, shoulda, coulda, woulda. So, would you guys like some fucking backstory, considering we've been going on about this for like half an hour now? So, our roommate, the one who bought the room, basically sprang an extra charge on us and did not honor the agreement that at least 2 out of the 4 roommates had previously had with her. For the most part, I say that she honored she and I's agreement. She was just not very courteous about anything.
Okay, so the agreement was like she didn't have to pay for gas because she was gonna get the hotel room for free. But
right,
when there's tolls, we agreed that everyone. I mean, we didn't make an agreement. I think it's just common decency that everyone should pay the tolls. But
right.
No, she doesn't have any common decency. That's why
she sat up there like a fucking princess and didn't do anything. It was your boyfriend and myself who paid for everything, and it was fucking bullshit.
So towards a certain point, we started running out of, like, I guess, cash for the tolls that we had paid, which almost equaled $100 in tolls, I would think. It was like there and back.
There and back, it was like 60. I would say 60, 75 bucks
in tolls alone.
It was ridiculous.
So yeah, and
I did not. I should have put that in the gas fee, but it did not even occur to me that there would be tolls. I don't know why. I just wasn't thinking right.
Either way, so she didn't, but we all still thought, fair share.
And not only that, but she packed a bunch of shit in the trunk and did not leave any room for you or Rob or myself. And she took the front seat, and you and I sat in the back, and you and Rob sat in the back, like, packed in there like sardines, and it was bullshit. While she sat up there like a fucking princess.
And, like, it was just, like, I felt I was being courteous and empathetic because I wanted, everyone to be happy on this car ride up there. Of course, I wanted to sit beside my boyfriend, but I was like, what's going to make everyone happy? So I just went ahead and let this girl, like, basically have whatever spot she wanted to have, so we could have a nice and enjoyable car ride, which we did on the way there, but then on the way back. So this girl changed the price of the hotel on us, and that wasn't very fair, but since she's irrational and illogical, she just started to proceed to tell everyone how we robbed her. We robbed her. We stole,
yeah, right.
We tricked her. We set the room up in a way where we knew that it would cost more than it really did, and
it was all our fucking fault.
Yeah,
we were behind all of
apparently.
it. Wah ha 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 ha.
And so she starts taking all this, like, anger out, I guess, on my boyfriend, who she felt like she could, apparently, and he's, like, calling her on her shit, and, like, she still, like, proceeds to just keep yelling at him and tell us that we're robbers and we've stole from her and all this stuff, like, we're horrible people, and then saying she doesn't even want our fucking money, like,
yeah, like we're peasants.
I don't even want your fucking money
like,
anymore.
Bitch, are you kidding
and
me?
we're like, oh, okay, like, that doesn't make any sense. And so when we get back, after all this, like, arguing that happened in the car,
She decides that there's an extra charge of $177 to the room.
This is a magical number, guys. And apparently this $177 that came from nowhere was not investigated, and it was just about pot and Cheetos was the messages we were getting.
She wanted to blame Rob and Ann for some kind of sporadic charge, which I told her she should call up and dispute. Like, why would you demand money from us when you don't even know why the fuck they're demanding money?
And this is the thing. So
you don't have any information.
Yeah. And this is kind of how the argument in the car started, because it was just like about money. And it was like, oh, you can't help us pay like one toll. If you could literally help pay one toll, we could have had enough like for gas.
But if she loses any more than like $20, then she can't go to Anarchy. Oh my God.
So apparently if she put $20 of gas in the thing, we robbed her, and now she can't go on a trip to Mexico. And again,
Anarchy.
Again, so I'm telling you guys, when I say this person is not logical, like, literally doesn't make sense. And it obviously can't count, because she was saying the room cost $200, and that out of the 4 people that was staying there, it would cost $55 each.
Wait, hold it. I have a rebuttal.
Wait, oh, I don't even remember where we're on. So apparently this random charge, and she's just like writing us on Facebook saying how she's going to make this issue public, which she apparently already has, because people have been coming up to me and telling me, oh, like, I can't believe you did this, blah, blah, blah.
Here it is. I'm sorry. Quote, my math sucks. With 177, my total comes to 278 plus 177, so 455. Which, she shouldn't even make one of the roommates pay, which is whatever, like, that's their agreement. But, like,
Yeah, she didn't make them pay because they're a celebritarian. And that's the most important thing in the world, is to be a celebritarian. And this is why I go back, if you are watching this episode all the way through, this is why I go back to Edward Snowden saying when he spilled the information, he was worried about the main focus of that information being him. This person is the complete opposite. Is everything please be about me. I know nothing. I'm like, nothing I'm saying is educated, but I just want to be famous, so.
#anal.
So I want to be a celebritarian. So, I mean, if that's your main focus in life is to be a celebritarian, then great. I mean, I would think you would like to do something for, the cause. But she doesn't really care about the cause. Liberty, just herself and how famous she's gonna be.
#anal your way to success.
So, yep, and there you have it. So, I mean, regardless of those deals, like, the responsible thing to do, which is not our responsibility, is find out what the total cost of something's gonna be, and then divide that by how many people are in the room, and then tell that person that's how much you're gonna pay. Here it is in writing. Not if I ask you fucking 3 times how much a room is gonna cost, and you tell me the same price 3 times, and then say, oh, JK, LOL, now it's this. Oh, now there's extra $177, which I've yet to see an invoice for. Anyway.
If she wanted it to be free, I bet it could have been free. I mean, all she has to do is anal her way back down to DC. And then just pay them an anal. Like, apparently that's a thing. You can just do that.
Apparently.
That's what she said. She said you can anal your way to success. #anal your way to success.
I mean, apparently. So it's just like, she's doing all this stuff, and she's giving us like all these bullshit charges, and then she's threatening us. You want to talk about threats? Go ahead and read that comment line. Just go ahead. Like, you want to threaten someone. Like, I'm challenging you to a duel. And like, anyway, the whole time we're driving up to ISFLC, it's just like, I can kill someone. I'm gonna lock the door when I see black people on the corner.
Yeah, that's a thing that happened.
Like, it was that kind of shit the whole time, and it's just like, ugh.
I would rethink your stance on this.
All those people that you don't know, I know. And I'm important. So, you fucked up.
I'm going to count to 10.
She told me she was going to count to 10, and then she said, fuck you, now it's war. And it was just like, this whole thing is illogical because she said we robbed her, but we never said we weren't going to pay her.
It's all your fault because I didn't keep track of my roommates. I never confirmed with my roommates.
It's just like some like...
And somehow, Rob, you're responsible for knowing the status of what's going on in my room. And you're supposed to know about what's going on with my finances. And you're just supposed to know that I can't fucking lift a finger to pay for anything. Because I have to go to Anarcho so I can do more anal.
So...
We should have a counter on here.
Every time like someone says
every
anal.
time I drop anal.
So basically, so that's basically what happened. And this whole time, she's just like, oh, like, pay me or else. Like, say you're going to say yes or I'm going to go public with this. Say yes or I'm going to do this. And she's, like, going around and telling people, like, all this stuff about how I told her that I would fight her in the car if she didn't keep, like, if she kept on, like, being such a fucking cunt. Like, she's telling everyone, like, all this stuff, but not how she deserved, like, this. She deserved more than just, like, me telling her that if she didn't keep it up, we were going to, like, have to duke it out. Like, at the end of the day, she deserved way more than that. But she's going around telling people all these things about us and then writing us on Facebook about how, like, fuck us, now it's war. Like, fuck you, I'm going to ruin your reputation in the community. Like, I'm going to make this public if you don't give me money. Like, isn't that, like, basically a bribe? It's literally what she's saying. I'm going to make this public if you don't give me money.
And reputation means everything in this community. You want me to ruin that? Like,
I'm not, like,
whatever.
exaggerating.
Like, I'm not scared. I'm not scared.
What she's saying. So, I mean, I think...
I don't even know how the fuck I was really even involved in any of this because, like, she and I had a deal. And she and I both agree that our deal was honored. I mean, there was a fuck up on my end with not incorporating tolls. That is my fault. And I did not ask for help until I actually absolutely had to. But the problem was, she did not ask for your guys' help. I asked her for help. She demanded your help. I did not demand shit from her.
It was just, like, at a certain point, we were just like, okay, she said that she had paid for the whole entire trip. Like, she really said that.
Yeah,
like, I paid for this whole trip.
That's bullshit.
And it was just like, you haven't paid for anything.
Like, I completely, minus $20, I paid for that ride with Rob. Like, no.
And this was just kind of ridiculous. Like, I mean, there are nice people, but there are some people that are just batshit insane. Because this shouldn't have even been an argument. And that's why I feel like if she would have been a reasonable, like, decent person, just like we decently paid those tolls, even though Renee didn't, like, explicitly ask, like, Rob was, of course, going to help pay his share. But, like,
I didn't expect it.
Now you have a 50% tax, like, which what was the random charge was about a tax.
A tax. So she just did not research
you didn't even,
the
like,
cost
look
of the
into
room,
the cost of the
which
room.
is her fault.
It was just a tax. So, like, maybe if you had just been a decent person and been like, hey, let me pay one toll, then if you got $177 charge in the room that you just outright blamed us for and threatened to, like, publicly, like, humiliate us in front of everyone, you know, maybe you could have had help. But now, because you want to be just such an unreasonable person, in which we paid you, we did, in Bitcoin, but we paid you, you want to be such a, like, a rational person, why should we feel any sympathy or apathy or empathy towards you if you feel none of that towards anybody else? And if someone didn't say something or some intervention didn't happen, I still feel like we would be in Baltimore. We would have been pushing our car and begging people to send us money.
Like, I wasn't
all because someone didn't pay their fair share.
And just to be clear, I wasn't even really pissed at her. Like, I didn't like the way she was talking to you guys, but that was obviously your business. Until she started talking down to me, like, when I finally did ask her for help, she was like, here, take my card and go put some gas in your car. And
this
I'm
was like after
I'm like,
we
are
had
you
already
sure?
got into the argument, though,
Right.
that she offered. So imagine if I
Right.
didn't say anything, because she was telling you to just go through the toll booths and pay $50 fines each time
What the fuck?
instead
Like,
of helping.
no.
Like, the fair thing to do.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought, like, you were an objectivist. Like, I don't think I should be having to have talks with, like, adults in a liberty community about, you know, just handling their own responsibilities. This isn't the fucking democracy. We are not responsible for the decisions that you make. It's not our job to fucking take care of you. Like, I don't know why you think it is, but that's definitely not the case. So that's how I feel about this whole situation. I feel like it was ridiculous. It was stupid. And I didn't have a problem with her before this. I really didn't. Like, I kind of thought she was, you know.
I knew it was coming.
I knew she wasn't, like, the greatest person. But
there was a storm of brewing.
There was a storm of
I
brewing.
could sense it.
But
I warned multiple people before I went down there.
She did. But that's the thing.
And I thought it was going to be me. I really thought that it was going to be me.
The storm wasn't even with me at first. It was with Renee, because Renee is dating the artist formerly known as Girl's ex-boyfriend. Just, you know, which is pretty much every guy in the community at this point. So, I mean, I guess I am too.
I have a thing with getting with people's exes. I don't do it. But she doesn't count, because that makes everybody off limits.
Like I was saying, the storm was a brewing with them, and I'm trying to make this situation better for everyone. I'm making sure they don't have to sit beside each other and it be an awkward festival. I'm making sure everyone's so comfortable, and then it's just like, we've been treating you like a princess this entire trip, walking on pins and needles, so you guys can be comfortable. And it's just like, we get yelled at and angered upon and told that we're less than thou because, you know, we are gonna pay you what you told us in the beginning. Like, it was just like, it was a terrible situation, and I did feel like something might happen, but I was trying to take steps so everyone could have a good time. And I mean, we still had a good time even after all of that, but now it's just like, we come back here and it's still like bullshit. Like, first of all, I try to say mind your own business. I try to mind my own business. But if you're threatening to make, like, an issue public, like, that's your threat. Because you're so important, you're going to make it public, and people are going to hate us.
I didn't even really care, but she was just going to twist it.
And that's what she did. And it's just like, people think whatever you would like about me. I don't really care. Like, you're not the most important person in my life. So, yeah, that's how I feel about it. I handled the situation, and the situation needed to be handled. Whether you think it was radical or not, that is up to you to decide. Whether I work on my anger a little more, maybe. But you know what?
We're still developing. Like, I
like the person I am currently as well. So there's still always going to be that part of me that's always going to stand up for myself and always going to stand up for others, because I feel like, you know what, no one's going to treat me like I'm the weaker man. People treat you how you let them. They treat you how you let them. And if you don't start reprimanding negative behavior and you let that person aggress on you in your life, you're always going to be an ant to them and just a foot to squash you. That's always how they're going to view you. So I'm not going to stand for that. And I will start the Keep Learning Acapulco Fund if you would like. So, sayonara, suckers. Like, live your life, man. I don't care. Like, we don't have to be friends, as she wrote in the Facebook chat.
We're not friends anymore.
We're not friends anymore.
Whatever.
Especially you.
I don't have to deal with you.
I feel so sorry for your loss of your friend. I do.
Yeah, whatever.
Deeply troubles me. But at the end of the day, just like you feel like you're the most important person in your life and apparently the world, I feel like me and my family, because I'm not a selfish bitch, are the most important people to me. So I am going to stand up for that family.
You won't be analing your way back into our lives.
If it was up to me, we could have resolved the situation even faster with no threats of violence if you would have just pulled over and left her ass in Baltimore. So we're wrapping up our show here, people.
Catch us at Liberty Forum.
Oh, yeah.
March 6th through the 8th.
the Rebel Love Show party. And we do read your comments on YouTube and Twitter.
I
and
want to
Facebook.
see what people think, particularly
Yeah.
about assertive behavior and aggressive behavior. I want to see if people
Tell us
see
what you think.
a distinct difference.
And if you write it, we'll read it. I swear. And we might even read it online. Just like someone told us we need to have a comment thread. We're working on that.
I'm also still working on that website. I know. I suck, you guys. I bought the domain name. I'm
Yeah.
halfway
So
there.
the website will be up soon, even though it should be up now. And also, we keep promising you a podcast. But, you know, that's something to come as well. Is Renee capable?
God damn it. We suck.
Mostly Renee sucks.
I suck. I can never be on time for anything. I
She's
run on
gonna work on
libertarian
it,
time. I run on libertarian time. That is a thing.
She's going to work on it because
Yeah, I'm going to work on it.
the host
alright.
of the Rebel Love Show of rebelloveshow.com
Here we go.
will
Yeah,
ban
you're
us
gonna, yeah.
from his studio if Renee is 8 hours late ever again. Like, keep it within 5 hours. She's the only person to be 24 hours late on the planet, just the history of ever. She'll act like
Sorry.
nothing happened just to show up a day later. Hey, remember we were supposed to meet like a week ago?
Sometimes I'm dyeing hair. Sometimes I'm having lots of sex. Sometimes, like, there are just things that can't be.
We like show up places and we just start shaving people's heads.
Got priorities, man. I do. I did. And now I'm dyeing it silver and purple.
Renee, you didn't sing this show, so I mean, I think we gotta keep it. We gotta keep up appearances here. Come on, sing something, man. What do you
Shit.
got?
Shit.
Shit.
Wait, no, I don't know.
Ah, you're a failure.
Let it go. Let it go. Keep learning Acapulco. Let her go. Let her go.
Don't come back.
Get on that plane and slam the door.
And this has been our show, people. So remember, if you are watching this video, which I know you are, I can see you, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Subscribe and push the like button.
Push the like button on Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Seditious Sirens. Find us on Facebook and Twitter. And like I said, if you write it, we'll read it. So write us comments. We will read them on the show. Tweet us. We will read them on the show. Or we will address your issues and concerns.
And send us some Bitcoin or some PayPal. I mean,
Well, we don't have PayPal yet, do we?
God damn it, you're the one who said we accept PayPal.
Did I?
Yes, I thought you were. on
Okay,
that.
well, we do accept PayPal.
We're still podcast babies.
I'll work on that.
Sorry, guys.
I'll work on the PayPal thing.
But
But
that's because I have to make the drive out to Manchester most of the time, or she has to
She wants
come
to
to
be in
Keene, or I have
Manchester.
to. I have
Don't
to
let
come
her
get.
crocodile tears fool you. Manchester, the new hot shit.
Regardless,
and
it's
everyone
all-
wants
no,
to be
nope, we
in
can't.
Manchester.
Nope, stop it. Stop it. Anyways, it still requires money to keep these shows going, you know? Like, if
And
you're,
better lighting, guys.
if
And
you're gonna
incense ain't cheap. And neither is lipstick.
if you're gonna consume something, you should do the generous thing and pay for it, you know? Like,
Unless you're Lauren.
we're not gonna. We're not.
Then it doesn't matter.
We're not demanding that you pay, but I'm asking you out there.
Pay.
You out there. Come on, man. Send us some Bitcoin so
So
we
the
can
QR
pay for the
code
electricity
is attached.
in the studio.
And I don't think we have anything else
Pay
to
for
tell
cigarettes to mend my broken soul.
you. And marijuana. It ain't cheap. Drugs ain't cheap, people. So I don't think we have anything else to tell you, but look for us at Liberty Forum.
And Chipotle, we have to pay for Chipotle.
Chipotle is expensive, especially their guac. Like, they charge you extra for that? What is this?
It's not a Chipotle addiction. It is a Chipotle commitment.
And with that, people, this has been the Seditious Sirens.
Sedition
And remember, sedition
is sexy.